Okay, up for sale is one 1978 Subaru wagon. Its body's been sprayed over, flat black. It's not too bad. Its back does open up. You gotta open up through here. Roll bar does not come with it. Half tank of gas. Speedometer works. Everything works. The heat works well. The lighter thing works sometimes, corroded, but the radio doesn't work. Four-wheel drive light comes on. Four-wheel drive works really well. Here's the e-brake. You pull on it, won't go anywhere. You let off the e-brake, goes back. The car runs pretty good for its age. It's like an old Toyota. It's a pretty cool little car. Here's the wipers. Here's the wiper squirt. They work. The windows work, they're manual. We're in third gear. Here's fourth gear. All gears work. Your speedometer works. Your little miles thing does not. The brakes work real nice. Sometimes the car idles, sometimes it doesn't. It can use a carb kit. Blinkers. Blinkers work. No way to show you the brake lights, but they work. And I don't know if you look at the picture, but the lights do work. Headlights. Everything works in the car. Oh, okay. Make sure to mention the heat gauge works too. Horn works. There's no power steering. It's rack and pinion. The exhaust is here. Usually the exhaust goes all the way back in these models, but it's right here, so it's kind of loud. There's a little heat shield on it, kind of rattles, so you can hear that heat shield rattling a little bit. The spares kept under the hood. There's the air cleaner. It's these carburetors that problem. They're vacuum actuated, so see how it moves with idles higher than lower. So when you ride, it changes vacuum and stuff. It's odd. It needs to be tuned just right. No leaking or anything. And check. Let me turn this off so you can hear me. Oh, the fan works too. Sometimes I disconnect it manually. But anyways, it's kind of an intricate little system of vacuum stuff, and you got to get this timed. The heat coil opens up the choke plate just right to let certain amount of, so you have to turn this here, get the choke plate right, versus idling speed, versus when you're going down the road, versus vacuum speed of the motor, and you got to tune that just right. Then you got to tune the mixture just right. It's easy to go online or just get a carb kit and get the printout and kind of screw with it, and I got it pretty close. It needs a little more tuning stuff, but yeah, I mean, there's no leaks. It's a tiny little motor. It's literally, you know, it's about the size of a 2 Wheaties boxes. You can pull it out by your hand. And you know what, they got plenty of power. You can roast these little tires out. I got some grade 9 tie rods for it. See how they're all gold? Both sides has grade 9 inner and outer tie rods. And I changed this here. The little rubber's ripping. I got a new bearing in there. Those go out a lot. I put little goodies in this thing, but it doesn't mix any fluids. And it doesn't leak. It's pretty good. You can check your fluid back here for your transmission. And it's been so long I can't remember where you check your oil on these anymore. Wow, that's embarrassing. Huh. There it is. It's not leaking any oil, nice and clean. It's right here. I put different CVs on it too. I have a parts wagon out back, but it's the king of simplicity. Other than this carburetor, I'd get a Weber 3236 on it. That really changed easy. Your coil here, there's your starter. It's right here. I mean, it's just simply take it off easy. Here's your fuel pump. It's right here. I mean, this is the king of simplicity. You can pull this motor apart, no problem. Oil pumps accessible. Water pumps, 4 bolts. Alternator. I mean, it's a piece of cake motor to deal with. If you want a real easy car, this is it. And you know, it's super reliable. 4-wheel drive, it's true 4-wheel drive, so both in front spin versus both in back will spin, and you can put it in 4-wheel drive while you're going. That's a pretty cool option. Little deal here. Could use a bulb up in here. Now, here's a new ignition. It's a 4-prong in the back. This ignition went out. Well, it didn't go out, it's just they break. I have another 2 models out back. When you come to buy this, I'll show you my other ones. They all do this, they break. So I put a screwdriver in to start it, but as you can see, there's 4 wires right there, and then there's 4 tabs here. You just gotta hook it up, and it's find a way to install it. I'd get a piece of L bracket, and you screw this around the L bracket with 2 bolts, and then just bolt it right there. But yeah, that'll come with the car. Everything's here, everything works. Windows are manual. Doors lock, you lock them. They actually work. Well, it's old style. You gotta hold up on it, then they lock. Okay, it's that style. But yeah, it's a pretty cool car. And like I said, everything works in the car except for the radio, and now and then this, you know, your cigarette lighter. Why? I don't know. I think it's all corroded. It's been sitting a long time, but it could use a fresh tank of gas too. That could be another culprit for why the carburetor's acting up. But you could drive this out to Spokane. I mean, you could drive this thing. I drive to Columbia Falls now and then. I take Jellison and I kind of mob down some dirt roads. It's a fun little car. It's just loud and old, but it's good to go. So let me know what you think.